Hello everyone, welcome to data science community. In today's video we are going to discuss about confusion matrix, what is confusion matrix and how we can use confusion matrix. Okay, and in this video I'm also going to show how you can implement confusion matrix on your machine learning model. Okay, so first let's understand what is confusion matrix. So confusion matrix are used to determine the performance of classification model. Okay, so it is very important to keep in mind that confusion matrix is used to determine the performance of classification model. It is used for classification models. Okay, and the second most important point is it can only be determined if the true values of the test data are determined. Okay, only at that time we can use confusion matrix, when we have our true values of our test data. Okay, and this third point is matrix are divided into two dimensions. Okay, that are predictive values and actual values. Here the predicted values are those values which are predicted by the model. Okay, and actual values are the true values of a given observation. Okay, so this was the graph. This is how the confusion matrix is look like. Here we have, in our y-axis we have our predicted values, in our x-axis we have our actual values, and Tn, Fp, Fn and Tp. Let's understand what these are. Okay, so basically here Tn stands for true negative, which means the model has given prediction no. Okay, so for true negative, model will predict the output as no and the actual output is also no, then the value come under true negative. Okay, and in true positive the model predict yes and the actual value was also true. So these kind of value are known as true positive, which means actual negative value and predicted value is also negative, and in true positive the actual value is positive and the predicted value is also positive. Okay, in Tn and Tp basically the output is true. Okay, which means the predicted value and the actual values are same. Okay, it will predict correct, model is performing correct. Correct prediction. So correct prediction is shown in true negative and true positive. Okay, and for false negative and false positive, Fn stands for false negative and Fp stands for false positive. Okay, so what is false negative? The model predicted no but the actual value was yes. If it is also known as type 2 error. Okay, when our predicted value is no but the actual value for same test case is yes, then it is known as type 2 error or false negative. Okay, false negative, predicted value is no but the actual value is yes, which means our prediction is wrong. Okay, so in that case we have type 2 error. Okay, and Fp, here the model predicted yes but the actual value is no. Okay, just opposite of false negative. Okay, here predicted value is no but actual value is yes. In false positive the predicted value is yes and the actual value is no. Okay, and it is known as type 1 error. Okay, so now let's see how we can implement confusion matrix, and let's understand confusion matrix with an example. Okay, so here is my Jupyter notebook. As if you remember this, we will already performed logistic regression. I already make the separate video on how you can implement logistic regression. So I am performing the implementation of confusion matrix in that same notebook. If you didn't watch that video, go and watch that video first. Okay, so here I am performing the confusion matrix on the same data set, which is titanic.csv, which I am using in that video. Okay, and this was all the data pre-processing which I performed. Here I splitted my data into test and training data set. Okay, test and training data set. Here I'm creating the stance of my logistic regression model, and here I'm training my model with xtrain and ytrain. Okay, basically xtrain is a training data set and ytrain is the output of that data set, and xtest, as you can see here, xtest is our testing data set. For this xtest we are finding the ypredict, which is the outcome of the model. Okay, output of the model for this x data set. Okay, so here in my last video I'm using the classification report for finding the accuracy of my model. So let's see how many values my model predict correctly or how many values it did not predict correctly or giving the wrong prediction. Okay, so if you want to apply confusion matrix, you have to import this confusion underscore matrix library, confusion underscore matrix from sklearn.matrices. Okay, and if you want to visualize this confusion matrix, you need to write seaborn as SNS. Okay, so let's see how you can predict your values. Okay, so here I'm creating the stance of confusion matrix, and here and giving the parameter as my actual value of my x test. Okay, so this is my x test, and y predict is the predicted value of my x test, which are the independent variables. By using these data set, I can predict my outcome. And y test is my expected output. Okay, which was the actual output of my data set. Okay, so here I'm providing the actual values and predicted values, and here if I run this, you can see that in last figure we see that here we have our true negative value, here we have our true positive value, here we have our false negative value, and here we have false positive value. So the number of false negative value, which means the value is predicted negative but actually it is positive. Okay, which is also known as type 2 error. And here we have our false positive value, which means the model predict it positive but actually the value is negative. Okay, so if you want to visualize this matrix, you can use sns.heatmap. Here you need to provide your confusion matrix and these parameters. Okay, and here you can see that. So basically in this data set, you need to find how many people are survived during Titanic. In Titanic, how many people were survived or how many people will not survived. So here you can see that the correct prediction is the true negative and true positive, and here you have our false positive and false negative. Okay, so the 3, 34 and 36 are the wrong prediction, and 131 and 77 are the correct prediction for our data set. Okay, so I hope so confusion matrix is clear to everyone. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more such videos.